Take a slow breath, and as you do, imagine the light of day gently loosening its hold on the city of Rome. The sun has already dipped behind the distant hills, leaving behind a softened sky, neither bright nor dark, but suspended in between. This is the hour when the old streets begin to exhale, when stone cools, when footsteps grow quieter, when the city becomes less a place of movement and more a place of memory. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to go. You are not walking with urgency. You are not searching for landmarks. You are simply moving slowly through Rome's old streets. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Let the rhythm of your breathing fall into an easy, unforced pattern. The walk begins without announcement. A narrow street opens ahead, worn stone beneath your feet, smoothed by centuries of passing lives. The ground holds the memory of sandals, leather shoes, carts, and quiet footsteps taken long after sunset. Each stone is slightly uneven, but familiar, as if it expects you. Warm light spills gently from wall-mounted lamps. Not bright, not demanding, just enough to reveal texture. The grain of stone, the curve of an archway, the soft edge of shadow. You move forward at a pace that feels natural, unmeasured, unhurried. Rome does not rush at night. The buildings lean close together here, as if sharing stories. Their facades are layered, pale plaster over older brick, brick over ancient stone. Time rests openly on these walls, not hidden, not polished away. A shuttered window sits above you, closed, silent. Behind it, someone may be reading, or sleeping, or simply listening to the night. Your footsteps echo softly, then fade. There is no music playing, no voices calling out, only the low hum of a city that has learned how to rest. As you walk, the street bends gently, never straight for long. Rome prefers curves, corners that reveal themselves slowly, views that unfold rather than announce. At the turn, a small piazza appears. Not grand, not monumental, just a quiet opening in the city. A fountain rests at its center, still, unlit, its stone basin darkened by age. Water once flowed here all night long. Now it sleeps, holding the memory of sound. A bench sits nearby, empty, patient. You do not sit. You simply notice it and continue. The air is mild now, carrying the faint scent of stone and evening warmth. Somewhere far away, a door closes. Somewhere else, footsteps disappear into distance. The walk continues. Each street feels older than the last, narrower, quieter, more inward. These are not streets made for speed. They were shaped for walking, for conversation, for pauses. Your breath stays slow, even, gentle. Rome seems to recognize this. The city responds by growing quieter still. A lamplight flickers slightly, not enough to fail, just enough to remind you it is alive. Shadows stretch across doorways, resting there without urgency. An old wooden door stands before you. Its surface is worn smooth where countless hands have pushed it open. It is closed now, at rest. You pass by. There is no need to imagine who lived here. No need to remember dates or names. The feeling is enough. Rome is not asking to be understood tonight, only experienced. As the street gently descends, you notice how sound changes. Footsteps soften. The air seems thicker, calmer, as if holding silence in place. Your pace remains slow, almost drifting. Time feels less precise here. Minutes stretch, moments linger. Another corner opens into a longer street, one lined with tall buildings whose upper windows are mostly dark. A single light remains on somewhere above, glowing faintly through thin curtains. Someone is awake. Someone always is. But the city does not mind. It allows both rest and wakefulness to coexist. You continue walking. The stones beneath your feet still hold warmth from the day. It rises subtly, grounding you, reminding you of contact, of presence. You are here. There is nowhere else you need to be. The street narrows again. An archway frames the path ahead, its curve worn smooth by centuries of passing air. You move beneath it, and the sound changes, quieter, closer, more contained. For a moment, the world feels smaller, more intimate. Then the street opens once more. Rome breathes, and so do you. The walk continues slowly, seamlessly, without urgency. The street ahead grows quieter still. Here, the buildings seem older, not in a way that demands attention, but in a way that feels settled. Their surfaces are imperfect, corners softened, colors faded into gentle earth tones. Warm ochre, pale stone, muted clay. You notice how little is happening, and how comforting that feels. A narrow balcony extends above, holding a few potted plants. Leaves rest motionless in the evening air. They do not stir. They do not reach. They simply exist. A faint scent drifts by. Stone warmed earlier by sunlight, now cooling. Something vegetal, something quiet. Your steps remain slow, measured not by distance, but by ease. Rome seems to accept this pace. It was built for it. The street bends again, gently, as if guiding rather than directing. At the curve, a small shrine is set into the wall, a shallow alcove with a faded image inside. A candle once burned here. Perhaps it still does, sometimes. Tonight it rests. You pass without stopping, not out of disinterest, but out of respect for stillness. The sound of your movement softens even more now. The city seems wrapped in layers, stone, air, time, all-absorbing noise. Somewhere above, a window opens briefly, then closes. Life adjusts quietly. You continue. The stones beneath your feet vary in size and shape. None are perfectly aligned. They do not try to be. Each one belongs exactly as it is. You feel grounded by this. The street widens slightly, enough to allow a pause of space. A single street lamp stands to one side, casting a pool of warm light onto the ground. Dust drifts lazily through it, barely visible. You step through the light. Then beyond it, shadows return. The transition is smooth, unremarkable. This is how Rome moves you, without spectacle, without demand, only invitation. Your breathing remains slow, deep, unforced. The evening air feels balanced now, neither warm nor cool. It settles easily against your skin. Another narrow lane opens to the left. You follow it, not because you chose to, but because it feels natural to do so. Here, the buildings lean even closer together. Their upper levels nearly touch, creating a corridor of stone and shadow. The sky above narrows into a soft ribbon of deepening blue. A faint star appears, then another. You do not count them. The street holds its quiet. Your footsteps echo once, then not at all. Time seems less structured here. Moments blend, edges soften. You pass another door, tall, wooden, reinforced with iron. Its surface is marked with age, but it stands firm. Closed. You move on. There is nothing you need to remember from this walk. Nothing to hold. The experience passes gently through you. Ahead, the street slopes upward slightly. The effort required is minimal. Your body adjusts without thought. At the top, the street opens into a small piazza. It is almost empty. A single cafe table rests against a wall, chairs stacked neatly nearby. The day's activity has folded itself away. The space feels held, contained. A fountain murmurs faintly now, not fully awake, but not entirely silent either. Water moves slowly, almost reluctantly, tracing familiar paths over stone. You listen. The sound does not ask for attention. It simply exists. You remain standing for a moment, then continue. Leaving the piazza behind, you enter another street. This one older still, its stones darker, its walls closer. The lamplights here are fewer, spaced far apart. Darkness settles comfortably between them. Your pace slows even more. The walk has no destination, only continuation. Rome allows this. It has been allowing it for centuries. And so the evening walk carries on. The streets seem to grow quieter with each step, as if the city itself is gently lowering its voice. Here, the air feels slightly cooler. It brushes past you softly, carrying with it the faint scent of old stone and distant water. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, just a reminder that the night has settled in. The buildings along this street are modest in height. Their walls are textured with age, small cracks, uneven surfaces, layers of history visible in the plaster. These details do not draw attention. They simply remain. A shutter hangs slightly open above. It does not move. Somewhere inside, a light glows dimly. You continue walking. Your footsteps blend with the quiet, becoming part of it rather than interrupting it. The sound fades almost as soon as it forms. The street curves again, revealing another narrow passage. You follow without thinking. This passage feels older still. The stones beneath your feet are darker here, polished smooth by time. They reflect just a hint of lamplight, enough to guide your way. You notice how your body feels, steady, relaxed, supported by the rhythm of movement. Nothing pulls at your attention. Nothing pushes. Rome holds you gently. A doorway passes on your right, its frame carved with simple lines. Above it, a small plaque bears an inscription worn nearly smooth. The words are no longer readable, and that feels appropriate. Some things do not need to be understood to be felt. You move on. The street widens just enough to allow a breath of space. A low wall runs along one side, its top cool and smooth. You imagine resting your hand there for a moment, feeling the stone, solid and calm. Then you continue. The sky above has deepened further now. The blue has darkened into something softer, richer. Stars are faint, scattered, barely present. They do not compete for attention. Neither does the moon, which remains hidden behind rooftops. Light here comes mostly from below, from lamps, from windows, from reflections on stone. You pass beneath another archway. The sound changes briefly, then returns to quiet. On the far side, the street slopes gently downward. Your steps slow naturally, matching the descent. This part of Rome feels especially old. Not preserved, not displayed, simply lived in. Laundry lines stretch between buildings overhead, empty now, resting in the night air. A single clothespin catches a glint of light, then fades again. The moment passes. You notice how easy it feels to keep walking. The movement remains gentle, unbroken, as if the walk has always been happening and always will. The street carries you forward without asking where you intend to go. Its stones are cool now, evenly tempered by the long night. They offer steady support, neither resisting nor yielding. Your steps are quiet enough that they seem to disappear the moment they touch the ground. You notice how little effort it takes to continue. The city feels distant and close at the same time, present in texture rather than sound. Walls rise beside you, their surfaces uneven, softened by age. You pass along them slowly, feeling the calm they hold. A lamp glows ahead, its light subdued and steady. It does not flicker, it does not draw attention. It simply marks a place where light rests for a moment. You walk into it, then beyond it. Shadow gathers again, familiar and calm. Your breathing remains slow, even. Each breath feels complete on its own. A narrow side street opens briefly to your left. It is darker than the one you are on, quieter somehow. You do not turn. You allow it to remain unseen. The walk does not require choice. It continues by itself. The air feels still, almost motionless. It carries no scent now, only the neutral coolness of night. It rests against your skin without asking anything of you. Somewhere far away, a sound rises and fades, perhaps water moving, perhaps a distant step. It dissolves before it reaches you. Nothing replaces it. The quiet returns to its steady shape. You pass beneath another archway. The ceiling is low enough to feel enclosing, but not heavy. The sound of your movement shifts, then softens again as you emerge. For a moment, you are aware only of space, then only of motion. The street straightens, extending forward without curve or interruption. Lamps are few here, space far apart. Darkness stretches comfortably between them. Your pace slows slightly, not from fatigue, from ease. The city feels settled deep into itself now. Windows are dark, doors are closed. Life rests quietly behind stone. You continue walking. Thoughts drift in slowly, then drift away before forming words. Awareness narrows, focusing gently on rhythm. Step, breath, step. There is no sense of time passing, only continuation. Rome remains steady around you, ancient and unchanging, holding the night without effort. And the walk carries on, softly, into deeper quiet. The walk remains unhurried. It feels as though the street itself is moving beneath you, carrying you forward without effort. Your body follows naturally, guided by a rhythm that no longer needs attention. Stone walls continue on either side, their surfaces smooth in places, rough in others. Your awareness brushes against them lightly, then drifts back inward. Another pool of light appears ahead. You enter it slowly. For a brief moment, details soften into view. The curve of an arch, the worn edge of a doorway, the faint outline of old carvings nearly erased by time. Nothing asks to be remembered. As you pass, the light fades behind you, and the darkness settles again, familiar and reassuring. Your breathing deepens slightly, each inhale cool, each exhale warm, balanced. The air remains still, undisturbed by movement. Even your steps seem absorbed by the ground before they can echo. You sense the vastness of the city around you, not as sound or sight, but as quiet presence. Layers of streets resting upon streets. History folded gently into the night. The path narrows, then widens again without notice. You do not mark the change. Your attention floats somewhere between waking and rest. Thoughts arrive without shape. They dissolve without effort. You are aware only of forward motion, slow and constant. Somewhere overhead, the sky remains unseen, but you feel its openness. It stretches above the rooftops, holding the city in silence. A soft change in the ground beneath your feet signals a new stretch of stone. Smoother now, more even. Your steps adjust automatically. There's no strain, no urgency, only continuation. Rome feels timeless in this moment, neither ancient nor modern, simply present. The night wraps around the streets, steady and calm. You keep walking. Each step loosens the edges of awareness a little more. The walk does not lead anywhere. It does not need to. It exists only to continue, gently, quietly, carrying you deeper into stillness. The rhythm remains unchanged. Step, breath, step. Nothing interrupts it. The street feels endless now, not because it stretches far, but because distance has lost meaning. Each moment feels complete, self-contained. The walls beside you seem softer in the dark, their edges blurred by shadow. They hold the night quietly, asking nothing of you as you pass. Light appears again, faint and distant, like a quiet thought that never fully forms. You move toward it without intention. As you reach it, the glow rests briefly on the stone beneath your feet, then slides away behind you. The warmth of it lingers for a moment, then dissolves. Your breathing stays slow and steady. The body feels heavy in a comfortable way, grounded, supported by the street below. A doorway passes on your right. Closed, silent. It blends back into the wall as soon as you notice it. Nothing calls for attention. The night feels deep now, settled into its quiet center. Sounds are distant, rare, and soft enough to fade before becoming distinct. Your awareness drifts lower, closer to the rhythm of movement itself. You no longer measure the walk. You simply allow it. The air cools slightly, brushing against your face and hands. It carries no story, no scent, only stillness. Somewhere far behind you, the path continues. Somewhere ahead, it does the same. You remain between them, present, calm. The stones beneath your feet feel familiar, as if you have walked them many times before, even if you have not. Their steadiness invites trust. Thoughts no longer linger. They pass like faint shadows, leaving no trace. Rome rests around you, quiet and enduring, holding the night gently. And the walk continues, unbroken, easing you further into rest. The walk feels lighter now, not faster, just easier, as if the body has remembered how to move without instruction. Muscles soften, shoulders rest. The steady pace continues on its own. The street holds its shape in the darkness. You sense it more than see it, a gentle corridor of stone and air guiding you forward. Another lamp glows faintly overhead. Its light is low and warm, spreading just enough to soften the ground beneath you. You pass beneath it. The glow fades behind you, leaving no trace. Your breathing aligns naturally with your steps. There is no effort to control it. In, out, even. The city seems to have slipped into a deeper layer of rest. Everything feels distant, muted, as though wrapped in thick fabric. A quiet openness spreads through your awareness. There is space now, wide, calm, and empty. Nothing arrives to fill it. You walk on. Stone textures repeat beneath your feet, familiar and reassuring. Each step lands with the same soft certainty as the last. There is no destination waiting, no moment ahead that needs attention, only this gentle continuation. The night air cools slightly, smoothing the edges of thought even further. Any remaining tension dissolves as you move. The streets of Rome rest completely now, timeless and still. History sleeps within the walls, undisturbed. You carry nothing with you. No plans, no memories, only motion. And the walk continues, slow and steady, easing you deeper into quiet. The street remains quiet, endless in its familiarity. Each step feels lighter, almost weightless. The stones beneath your feet guide you naturally, no attention required. Your body has settled into the rhythm, each motion effortless. Shadows shift softly around the walls. Nothing demands notice. Nothing interrupts the calm. A faint glow appears in the distance. It does not beckon. It does not draw your focus. It simply exists, a gentle companion to the quiet journey. Breath and steps synchronize naturally. In, out, even, relaxed, steady. The night deepens further, holding the city and your awareness together in a quiet balance. Sounds are minimal, absorbed before they reach your ears. Time feels suspended, flowing gently without edges. The street narrows slightly and curves gently ahead. You follow, unconsciously guided, moving deeper into the rhythm of motion and stillness. There is no need to look around. There is nothing to seek. The city remains present, patient, and calm. Your mind drifts easily with each step. Thoughts arise softly and fade without force. Awareness lingers on movement, breath, and a gentle sense of being. Stone surfaces repeat beneath your feet, familiar and reassuring. Every footfall reinforces a sense of ease, carrying you further into quietude. No destination awaits. No purpose interrupts. Only the continuous, gentle walk through Rome's old streets, flowing seamlessly into the night. The journey continues, soft and endless, a lull within the still heart of the city, guiding you toward complete relaxation and rest. The walk continues without interruption, stretching gently into the night. Stone and shadow repeat endlessly beneath your feet. Each step is steady, quiet, carrying you forward without effort or thought. The surface is familiar, grounding, unchanging, yet never boring. The walls rise on either side, ancient and solid, their textures softened by centuries. They hold the night quietly, neither drawing attention nor disappearing entirely. You pass along them naturally, as part of the rhythm of the city itself. A soft glow appears ahead, distant and diffuse, illuminating the stones for just a moment. It does not beckon. It does not require notice. You move through it without pause, leaving the light behind as it fades gently into darkness. Breathing aligns effortlessly with steps. In, out, even, calm, natural. The air carries no weight, no scent, no intrusion. Only the quiet presence of the night. The city around you rests, undisturbed, layered in stillness. Sounds are minimal, absorbed before reaching you, leaving only a soft hum of existence. The street curves slowly ahead. You follow, naturally, seamlessly, guided by rhythm rather than direction. Shadows merge and shift. Lamps appear briefly, their glow fading, then darkness returns. Thoughts float in lightly, then dissolve without resistance. Awareness narrows to step and breath, to the gentle flow of movement. Nothing interrupts, Nothing demands attention. The stones repeat beneath your feet, reinforcing comfort and calm. Each footfall carries you further into quiet, deeper into the endless night. There is no destination, no requirement, no narrative. Only motion, only stillness, only the gentle, continuous rhythm of walking through Rome's ancient streets. And the night carries on, soft, endless, and unbroken, guiding you effortlessly toward rest, toward sleep, toward the quiet center of being. The walk continues endlessly, the streets of Rome stretching into the night, timeless and quiet. Each stone beneath your feet meets your steps with gentle consistency, soft and supportive. Your body has settled into the rhythm, moving effortlessly, guided by the steady pulse of breath and motion. Walls rise along either side, ancient and textured. Some sections are worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. Others are rough, uneven, holding stories unspoken. They stand quietly, not demanding notice, simply accompanying you on the walk. Each pass along their surface reinforces the sense of calm, a steady presence that carries you onward. The air is still and weightless, carrying no sound, no scent, no intrusion. Every breath flows easily, aligning with your movement. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Each cycle softens awareness, loosens tension, and deepens the connection to the gentle rhythm of walking. A distant lamp glows faintly, casting soft illumination across a stretch of the stones. The light is diffuse, never bright, never demanding attention. You pass through it effortlessly, leaving its warmth behind as darkness resumes its gentle hold. Shadow and light blend seamlessly, creating a quiet interplay that soothes without interruption. The street curves slowly, guiding you without need for choice or effort. Your steps continue in unbroken cadence, each one melting into the next. Time loses its meaning. Minutes and hours dissolve into continuous motion, flowing softly, uninterrupted. The city around you sleeps, resting in layers of stone, air, and shadow. Each element holds stillness, supporting the calm rhythm of your movement. Doors are closed, windows dark, and shutters drawn. Life has folded inward, leaving space for the walk to continue unchallenged. Each step is absorbed by the ground before it can echo, reinforcing the seamless, hypnotic pace. The walls feel present but unobtrusive, textured witnesses to your quiet journey. Another lamp appears ahead, its glow subtle, barely touching the edges of the street. You move through it effortlessly, feeling the brief presence of light before it fades once more into darkness. The pattern repeats: movement, breath, light, shadow. Your body and mind synchronize to this rhythm, tension dissolving, awareness softening, thoughts drifting lightly and fading. Stone surfaces repeat endlessly beneath your feet. Each footfall reinforces the calm, the sense of safety, and the effortless nature of the walk. The street curves and stretches, appearing the same, yet subtly varied. The gentle interplay of shadow, light, and texture maintains a hypnotic consistency. No new elements demand attention. Nothing interrupts the flow. Breathing continues, slow and natural, perfectly aligned with the steps. In, out, even, calm, unforced. The rhythm becomes almost automatic, a soothing, self-sustaining motion. The air remains still, carrying a soft neutrality, holding the night without intrusion. Your mind drifts further, thoughts floating in briefly, then fading completely. Awareness narrows to the immediate sensations of walking and breathing. Stone beneath your feet, walls beside you, light above, shadow around. All merge into a seamless environment of quiet. There is nothing to do, nothing to seek, nothing to grasp. The city seems to expand around you, not in size but in stillness. Time stretches further, each moment soft and elongated, carrying you deeper into the hypnotic flow. The walk feels eternal, each step as effortless as the last. Movement, breath, shadow, light, repeating endlessly, forming a cocoon of calm. Occasionally, a distant sound arises, a soft echo, the faint rustle of air, the gentle sigh of the city. It arrives quietly, touches the environment briefly, and disappears, absorbed by the surrounding stillness. You notice it lightly, then return to the rhythm, unperturbed, moving deeper into the serene flow. The stones continue beneath your feet, textures repeating, shapes familiar, yet ever-changing in subtle ways. The walls rise continuously, holding presence without interference. Each curve of the street guides you gently forward, without needing direction or thought. The city sleeps fully now, a layered landscape of stillness and quiet, supporting each step, each breath, each soft movement. Your body feels light yet grounded, fully aligned with the rhythm. Every muscle softens, every motion effortless. Awareness narrows further, focusing gently on the sensation of walking, the cadence of breath, and the quiet unfolding of the night. Thoughts arrive rarely, float gently, and vanish without trace. The walk continues unbroken, infinitely, each step and breath blending seamlessly. The night wraps around the streets, carrying the motion onward. Light and shadow remain soft companions, distant lamps glowing faintly, then fading back into the quiet darkness. The city is a calm cradle, holding you as you move through space and time, weightless and at rest. There is no destination, no beginning, no end, only the infinite rhythm, the gentle repetition of motion and breath, the soft presence of ancient stone and shadowed walls. Each moment flows into the next, uninterrupted, effortless, carrying you deeper into the night. The streets stretch endlessly, familiar yet ever-changing, supporting you. Movement, light, shadow, breath, all merge into a single, soft, unbroken experience. Awareness diminishes gently, replaced by rhythm and the subtle music of the city at rest. And so the walk continues, soft and infinite, a timeless journey through Rome's quiet streets, carrying you deeper and deeper into calm, into stillness, into sleep.